everybody, my name is Zach with Android Digest, and it is Black Friday coming up right here, right now. I want to give you a quick video before Black Friday to help you find the best Chromebook deals. Now, some of these deals are available right away. In fact, almost every deal I have is available today at Best Buy online, so you can click the links in the description and you'll be able to go right to the deals and purchase without having to go in the store. We've also got some Walmart deals. I have those in the description as well, and I have a lot of experience with these Chromebooks. I've actually switched Chromebooks several times. I've tried out a lot of them, so I'm really excited because on this video I'm actually going to give you a little more insight as to what I see as a better deal. Especially since there's a lot less deals to sift through, I thought I'd spend a little more time, but feel free to check out the timestamps if you're just wanting a quick run through of some deals. Now, I'm also going to have some ads throughout, so you're going to be able to see a lot of the ads as we go along. You're going to be able to see the prices on the websites and things like that. I want to start off by quickly mentioning the budget Chromebooks. If you're just looking to get something super basic, you don't even care, you just want access to Chrome, and it could be the ugliest screen in the world, it could be a lot slower. You know, Chrome OS, one of the biggest reasons why you buy a Chromebook is because it makes a lot more with what it has. It's a lot lighter operating system. It can't run Windows programs, but it's pretty cool that you could take 2 gigs of RAM and it could actually boot something up pretty fast. But if you spend $100 on a Chromebook, just to be honest, the screen's not going to be very good. There's almost a weird look to the screen. You know, I personally don't like the $100 Chromebooks, even the Samsung Chromebook 3. Maybe I'm just a picky tech guy. But if you just need something to get by and you want a Chromebook for school and you don't have a lot of money, honestly, you're going to get a lot more in a $100 Chromebook than you will in a $100 Windows machine. But I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about those. You're going to see the links in the description and some overlays as we go. But those really aren't the best deals, if I'm honest. Yes, you're getting something super cheap, but practically I think in the long run you won't be quite as happy with it and you're going to find yourself wanting to upgrade. So it's more of a stopgap in my opinion for most people. I really want to share some of the gems and the great deals I see. So we have the Lenovo C330. Now this has 4 gigabytes of RAM, so if you jump up to $180, right? I talked about the $130 ones and ones for $100. Well, you jump up to $180. Number one, you get touchscreen. You're getting a touchscreen Chromebook at $180. Chromebooks run Android apps now, so you get this Lenovo C330. You're going to have a 360 convertible touchscreen. You could run Android apps. You also are going to have a pretty darn good keyboard, and the screen size is about 11.6 inches. So I truly see this as one of the great bargains. Typically when it goes on sale, it goes on sale from $280 to maybe $250. Now this version does have 32 gigabytes of storage, but you can insert an SD card if you want to put other things on it. See, the main reason why you want a Chromebook is really to use Google Chrome for Hulu or for Netflix, you know, to just browse the web and relax. Now, it's nice that it can run Android apps. That's sort of a secondary thing. And there are some people who do a lot of cool stuff with Linux. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I wouldn't worry about that. But if you're just looking for a good device, just for browsing, I tell you, for most people, this will be fast enough. And for $180, it is a heck of a steal. In fact, it's one of the top steals I have in this Chromebook category. It's really what I would call the budget steal. If you're looking just for the best budget Chromebook, you don't want to spend more than $200, this is a steal. I would spend $180 over this 1,000 times over versus the 100 or 129 models, because you're going to get touchscreen and really a great device overall. So that 180 price is really good. Now, if you go up to 220, you're going to get the same thing. You're going to get a device that is a 360 device. It's actually the Acer Spin 11, and it's going to have an Intel Celeron processor, 4 gigabytes of RAM, which is a good deal, 32 gigabytes of storage. So it's going to be a similar thing, but again, with paying an extra $40 at this price range, it might seem small, but I actually think the Lenovo C30 is just a little better deal. Now here is where the deals get interesting, my friends. This is no doubt what I feel is the steal of Black Friday for Chromebooks. It is the HP Chromebook 360. I paid $600 $100 for this Chromebook shortly after its release. It is a great Chromebook. It has 8 gigabytes of RAM. That's right, people, 8 gigabytes of RAM. On top of 8 gigabytes of RAM, it has an i3 processor. You might not know a lick about RAM or processors, but let me say this. RAM just matters with performance as far as multitasking. So if you're jumping around a bunch of windows, you have 15 Chrome tabs open, you have an Android app open, you have your email app open, you want good RAM. With a processor, that's really just what makes things run so fast. It's really what speeds up your device. So if you want things to load faster, you want Chrome to load faster, everything to load faster, you want a good processor. Now the i3 processor is far and above, probably double or triple. It's just ridiculously better than the processors I mentioned in the Lenovo and the Acer and these other budget devices. But let me put this in perspective for you. The Surface Pro 7 is releasing on Black Friday. It's releasing this deal for $599. Guess what it has? It has an i3 processor, the same thing this Chromebook has, and it has 4 gigabytes of RAM. This Chromebook has an i3 processor and 8 gigabytes of RAM. So as far as I am concerned, this thing is going to outperform the Surface Pro 7. If it doesn't outperform it in every category, especially with double the RAM, it's at least going to be pretty darn close. So the Surface Pro 7 with a keyboard retails at $700, okay? And Chrome is a lot faster than Windows, the Chrome OS operating system. So if you want a fast device, okay, you want a very fast device that's going to be smooth and quick, this is something that I mentioned in my Chromebook 360 review I did. I did a whole review on this Chromebook, so you can check out that review. And when I did that review, I said, look, it is a great deal at $400, $450, or $500 if you find it even for that. So it was a great deal for those prices, but $350 is really the lowest I've ever seen this Chromebook. It is a fantastic deal. It is my #1 deal. It has a great processor, great RAM, and it has great performance, and also it has a great keyboard and a trackpad. It is, of course, a 360 Chromebook as well, so you could run Android apps on it, and it has a full HD screen. Now, the only issue I had with the Chromebook 360 was the screen. It is a full HD screen, so it's going to be better than all the Chromebooks I mentioned previously. It's just not super bright. So the weakness of this Chromebook, it has way blazing better performance than all the other Chromebooks I'm about to mention. It has better battery life than many of them. It has a great keyboard and a trackpad and all those things. But it doesn't have a stylus and the screen is a little dim. I typically have my Chromebooks at 50% brightness. The Chromebook 360 I had at about 85%. So the reason I talked about that Chromebook 360 is not only because it's a great pick, it's one of my favorite Chromebooks for the money this year, but also I want to mention because this Chromebook in particular, there is a variation that Walmart is selling on their website for $299. So you could spend $299 to get a 15-inch Chromebook 360, so it's 1 inch larger in screen. Outside of that, the only real variation you're going to see might be the color, and also it only has 4 gigabytes of RAM. So it'll be a little worse with multitasking. And because you're having the same screen resolution on a larger screen, the screen's not going to be quite as good. So for only $50 more, I personally think the Best Buy version is a better version, but 4 gigabytes of RAM will indeed be enough for most people. In fact, most of the Chromebooks I'm going to mention, even around $300-400, will have 4 gigabytes of RAM. So it's not like you're getting a bad deal with that RAM. It's still good, but you can get a little more power for $50 more, and I'd say the screen will look a little nicer on a 14-inch model. So the next Chromebook I want to mention is the Samsung Chromebook Plus. There is a Chromebook for everyone in this list, and if you're looking for a smaller Chromebook, but you're still looking for a lot of the cool things that you see in that HP Chromebook 360, this is a good option for you. The Samsung Chromebook Plus is a 12-inch Chromebook. It comes with a stylus, and it has a brighter screen than even that Chromebook 360 I just raved about. And it also has a better screen because it is fitting the same resolution in a 12-inch form. So you're going to see a really great screen on this Chromebook. The Chromebook Plus is also a lot faster than you're going to see in that Lenovo Chromebook I mentioned. It's going to be faster than the Acer Spin I mentioned, and a lot faster than the old Samsung Chromebook 3 I mentioned in the beginning of the review. So the Samsung Chromebook is going to be a lot faster than the Lenovo Chromebook I mentioned. It's going to be faster than the Acer Spin, and even faster than you're going to see from that Samsung Chromebook 3 I mentioned earlier. So no, it won't be as fast as the HP Chromebook 360. In fact, it goes from an i3 processor, and it doesn't have an M3 processor, which is a little worse. It has a Intel Celeron processor, so you are going to get a slower processor, but again, when you're comparing this to those other models, it's still faster. But it still performs very well, and this Intel Celeron, I think, will fit most people. So if you're wanting a 12-inch screen, you're wanting a stylus and better quality screen, this might be a really good option for you, especially at $299. Now there's two more deals I want to mention, and one of these is fantastic, one of these is not. So you have the Dell Inspiron Chromebook, and that is on sale for $449. That's a 14-inch Chromebook, so this is going to be very comparable to the HP Chromebook because it has a 14-inch screen, just like the Chromebook 360, and it also has an i3 processor, so it's going to have similar performance to that HP Chromebook 360. Where the difference comes in is two things. One, the screen. It actually has a brighter screen, which is a big plus, so if you pay an extra $100 compared to that Chromebook 360, you will get a brighter screen, which is a plus. And it also comes with a stylus, which is also a plus. But the one negative thing I do need to mention is really not only the price, okay, so it is $100 more just for a little brighter screen and a stylus. I don't know if that would be worth it to me, but also I need to mention that this Chromebook has 4 gigabytes of RAM, so you're also downgrading your multitasking from 8 gigabytes to 4 gigabytes. And that's why I said HP is such a great deal. Not to mention, I track Chromebook deals all the time, and every week a Chromebook seems to go on sale on Best Buy's website, and this Dell in particular has gone down to $400 before. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've seen it as low as $350. But this HP, the $350 price is the lowest I've ever seen it. So in my mind, that is a great deal because it's the lowest I've ever seen it before, while this Dell, I think, could be on sale for a little cheaper in the future. Finally, this last Chromebook deal I want to mention is a tablet, okay? So if you're looking for a tablet with a keyboard, that's where this is going to be a great deal. This is the Google Pixel Slate. Now this is the best deal I've ever seen on the Google Pixel Slate, so this is really the best tablet deal out there, okay? So if you're wanting the best performing device for the money, you're going to go with the HP Chromebook 360. But if you want the best tablet and perhaps the best device, arguably, you could say it's the Pixel Slate. The Pixel Slate screen is phenomenal. The screen is very bright on the Pixel Slate. It has a fantastic resolution. I believe it's like 3000 by 2000, so it's way better than the HP Chromebook 360. And on top of that, it has 8 gigabytes of RAM in it. And it's a tablet, so it's a little more convenient to travel with you. It's a heavier tablet compared to some Android tablets out there that are 10 inches, so it is definitely heavy. It's actually a similar weight to the Surface Pro 7. But as of the moment of this video, you can get the Pixel Slate with a keyboard included, with the pen included. I've never seen the pen included with it, but you have the keyboard and the pen for $449. $449 is a phenomenal price for it, and I was thinking about snagging this a few weeks ago with just the keyboard, but now you see it with the pen and the keyboard for $449. It has a M3 processor, so it is slower than the HP Chromebook 360, so you're paying $100 more for a slower Chromebook. But it has a fingerprint reader in it, it has a better display in it, and it is portable, which is great. So honestly, you could argue that this is a better deal than the Chromebook 360 I mentioned. The reason why it's not my favorite over the Chromebook 360 is the keyboard. It is a good keyboard, don't get me wrong, but because it is a tablet keyboard, they did have to make some compromises in it, and the travel isn't great. So it is a decent keyboard, don't get me wrong, but definitely not my favorite. So if the Pixel Slate was just a laptop with a traditional keyboard, it would be my favorite deal by far because of the screen, and even though the processor is a little slower, it has the same RAM, a phenomenal screen, a fingerprint reader, and it's Google, baby, right? This is Android Digest. We love Google around here. But again, you have to deal with the keyboard, and if you're wanting a laptop first, if you're productivity first, I don't know if the Pixel Slate will be great, because you're either going to have to deal with a Bluetooth keyboard or you're going to have to deal with a keyboard that connects that doesn't have great travel. At that point, you're spending $100 extra for a laptop experience that's not quite as good. So if you want a great tablet experience, that is going to be a far better option, obviously, because it is a tablet. You could also use it as a laptop, and honestly, the keyboard probably won't be too bad if you're not too picky like me. So hopefully this helps you make a great decision. I would encourage you, please hit that like and subscribe button, and you know what? Check out my other Black Friday deal videos. I'm going to have a lot for you, as much as I really can before Black Friday comes. Most of these deals are available at Best Buy today. You could go online and get them, so check that out. But keep in mind that, like Black Friday deals, sometimes they come and go before Black Friday goes. And of course, if you watch this video way later, you're going to find out, obviously, that Black Friday's over and you might not see these deals. So thanks again, like and subscribe. Also go to my Facebook page to check out the Black Friday deals as well at facebook.com/theandroiddigest. And you can also go to my website at androiddigest.com. And we post all my videos on both of those platforms, so feel free to check that out. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. And I hope you have a great Black Friday. And for Pete's sake, order a lot of this stuff online so that you can enjoy your Thanksgiving. Like, be with your family, be with your friends, and just enjoy it and have a good time, okay? Thanks so much. Have a great day.